guys, it's Jess, and today I have kind of a different video. I'm not sure. I think I've tried to do one of these before and I end up just kind of ditching it because I'd either ramble too long or I lost track of thought. But today I will be doing, if you couldn't guess by the title, some wine and dollies, and I am using this trick-or-treat glass, which I actually got from the dollar store, and it's like, I don't know if this is like actual glass or like the fake plastic glass, but that's really pretty. I'm not drinking wine, I'm drinking, now I'm quoting the name of it, Best Damn Cherry Cola. I am of the legal drinking age, so please, in the United States, so please, if you are not of the appropriate drinking age, do not partake in this unless you're drinking something else. Because I do not condone underage drinking at all. By the way, really quick, if you notice that there is a Monster High logo sticker on my face, is because there is a very large pimple that has manifested on my face, and it's decided to kick it on my face and won't go away, so I'm very ashamed of it. So yeah, that's why that's there. So I'd much rather you be distracted by a sticker than a giant face demon. But yeah. So, about dollies. I have not talked about my dolls in a long time, like legit, just legitimately. Too legit to quit. It's just really late. I'm not drunk. It's just, oh, it's 9 o'clock. Oh, it's really late. I'm old. But I haven't just sat down with my dolls and talked about them or talked to them in quite a long time, especially since I went on vacation for a long time in Michigan, and, you know, I didn't bring any of them with me. One, I didn't have the proper gear to bring them with me to keep them safe. But I haven't been feeling their story. I haven't been feeling, you know, creative in, like, the aspect of the characters. I mean, I'm pretty content with, you know, who they are and what they are right now. Yoko's story, I've actually advanced on a little more, so that's pretty good. It needs some more buffering. I haven't written a story, like a full story, in a long time, and I keep bouncing back and forth between their story because they're all related. I have a problem of getting a story after I've created the character. Like, I prefer character creation and then storytelling after, which I guess a lot of people do, and that's how I add more characters. I don't know if that's what everyone does, like how they make their stories, or if they have their stories and then they shell their characters, but it's kind of both for me. But I think that's why I've kind of come to this creative block. Like, there's just this wall here, and I'm like, I want to do things with it, but I'm just almost afraid of getting invested in it because I feel like I'm not gonna finish it, or which I know is weird because, you know, by not doing anything you don't finish it, and by doing something you're going to finish it sooner or later. I don't know, weird logic. But yeah, and I don't know, I need to take the time and stop worrying so much about how well their story is going to be, because I know it's going to be a lot of work, and it has been a lot of work, because the way I write my stories is so all over the place and random, and I think that what really gets me flustered is because I always think of these things and I just try writing my story, and then I figure out new information and I just try to put it in awkward spots, so, you know, when I read it through, it doesn't make sense, and then I get frustrated because the story doesn't flow, and I'm not very good with, like, random dialogue, you know, to, like, character building dialogue where they just, like, talk about stuff. Like, I'm good at, like, making super short stories. You know how when you read like the back of the book, like a back of a book, and it just like gives you the synopsis of the story. It's like that how my writing is, and I kind of hate it. And it's always been like that. Like even when I made like when I went on Gaia Online like years and years ago, I used to take characters from like another website that had like all the clothes and stuff. I don't think it's up anymore. It used to be called Tech Tech. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about, but I don't think it's connected with Gaia anymore because they had so much problems, I think, from like uploading stuff. Anyways, but I used to like create characters out of that, and that's how I'd create it because there were so many items, and I'd like draw that character and that avatar, and then I'd go into the journal section of Gaia, and then I would like write down all of like my thoughts for it, and then I would never go back to it ever again. And I don't want my dolls to be like that. I don't want them to be just like a story that I wrote and then I'm never gonna come to it again. And I haven't even made new clothes for them since I found out that I was moving, or that we decided, not found out, like it was, my parents told me, that we decided that we were going to move. I'd stopped being creative and everything. Like, I have a doll room over there that's half finished because I don't have all the parts that I want, and I want to actually plan a room out because I almost never plan a room. But I want to do more planning with it, and, instead of actually planning for it, I just kind of stop. And same thing with the dolls. Like, I don't want to like start a project even though I'm moving in like 2 months. I still have like 2 almost full months to be able to create and do stuff, and I don't have to pack everything right this second. But it's just like I don't want to do anything. Like I don't want to start any projects. And I think it's because like I don't want to be stopped. Like when I'm in my creative mode, like I just want to create stuff and keep going and and when I get these hiccups of I can't afford something right now, or I don't have the materials, I will stop and then I won't pick it back up. Like I'll get the materials maybe like a month later, but I just don't have that drive, and it drives me nuts. So and that's what my dolls are turning into. And that scares me a lot because I have gotten a really big connection, with these 3 guys. And speaking of which, dolly update, my new doll is in. However, it was shipped to my parents' house because I thought it wasn't going to get here until after we moved, and I wanted to give them a solid address. I'm not upset because my dad's shipping it out tomorrow to my house. But I could have had it like almost a week ago, and it came right after I left Michigan. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I couldn't have just taken it home. No, it had to be shipped right after. Made me so angry. Anyways, enough of that ranting. But yeah, so now I have my new edition. And it kind of stinks that he came in the time that he did because, not to get personal or weird or oh, woe is me, but, I have to be a super adult this month and the next couple of months because, the goat has his schedules all changed and stuff like that, so, we have to use a lot more money on gas. And as well as like moving boxes and supplies, because not all of it you can get for free. Like we need tape and stuff like that. So there's that, and also like pay for the moving truck and gas for moving back and forth. So we have to be a little bit more frugal. So I can't necessarily go out and buy all his accessories, which, I should have done earlier. But I wanted to wait because up until this point of me getting him, all I've been doing is drawing out faces and stuff like that and trying to figure out who he is, because I don't want to go out and buy like eyes and a wig if I'm not comfortable with him being it. Like, I don't want to waste my money on just buying something because, you know, I need it. Which I find some people in the ball-jointed doll hobby do that, which there's nothing wrong with it. You know, if you like it, you know, it could be used for another character, or, you know, be a spare just to give something so, you know, they're not naked or whatever. But I just don't have that money to play around with. But yeah, so I'm kind of worried about that. My cat got in here. Please don't jump on my lap. Please don't jump on my lap. I love you, but no. Go away. I'm trying to do a video. So yeah, there's that. There's a couple of worries. So I hope when the new guy gets here, which is her love interest, I'll be able to tell you more about my story and expand on it and get back into the doll hobby stuff with you guys. So there's that. You know, it was good to, you know, get that off my chest and say it. I guess it's not as bad, and I feel like a lot of people in the hobby go through something like this or feel kind of the same way with worrying about stuff not being good enough or not being done on the time that you wanted. But thanks for listening to me. I've enjoyed talking, rambling about my dolls and having wine with you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye!